What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Triple J, Joe Juggernaut, Joyce. Get this, Joyce wants Derek Chisora next. Wow. A fight with Derek Chisora appeals to the Olympic silver medalist. The future is exciting for Joyce following his 6-round stoppage win over Carlos Takam. Of course, that was Saturday before last. But while a world title shot may not be on the horizon, a clash with fellow British heavyweight Derek Chisora could be on the cards. The veteran was at the SSE Arena, Wembley, to see Joyce's victory and opened to fighting the former Olympian. Speaking to Boxing Scene, Joyce made it clear that he is ready to face Chisora, and if the opportunity presents itself. Wow. He says, if Chisora wants it, I am here, Joyce said. I called him out very early on in my career, but he never wanted the smoke. If he wants to fight, he can have it. I want to stay active. I'm unscathed and ready to go again. Joyce's victory over Takam resulted in the 35-year-old becoming the mandatory challenger for the WBO heavyweight title currently held by fellow Brit Anthony Joshua. But Joyce has no plans to wait around for a world title fight and is looking to stay active with a bout potentially taking place in October. Wow. Okay. Let me counterpunch. Joyce, I like the attitude. I like the desire to stay consistent. Okay, that's how you have to become, especially in this type of season with Corona and pandemics and nothing really destined or promised to happen. You know, you might have a fight scheduled, but don't mean that your fighter won't get sick or you yourself might get sick and have to pull out the last minute. So that takes time away from everything. That takes more time, takes more preparation. So I do understand the eagerness of Joyce, but I also understand that this ain't just fueled from him trying to stay consistent. Joyce wants this smoke with Derek Chisora because of what Derek Chisora said. Okay, we can't forget what Derek Chisora said. Derek Chisora blasted the way that fight went down, the way that fight ended, and the politics surrounding that fight. Okay, I think Joyce heard that. Okay, and he didn't hear that from Carlos Takam, because in fact Carlos Takam and himself was actually cordial throughout the trash talk. Okay, there really wasn't any. The last trash talk that he really received hearing was from Triple D, when Triple D said that foul thing about his mom's eyes, if you guys can remember that, and we know what happened because of that, right? Okay, well then, after he beat Carlos Takam, he got another taste of that from Derek Chisora, which Derek Chisora is no stranger to trash talk, okay? And I'm saying that very, very mildly. Okay, because War talks war from his mouth and with these. From his mouth and with these. Okay, so look, he knows that at the end of the day, he didn't like what Chisora had to say. Bars. So I think that is really what is fueling Joyce. Because Joyce is like, look, you think that I was getting whooped every round. You think that the fight was stopped. You think that, hey, it's politics in the sport. You think that it's because of my promoter. Okay, if you think that it's all those things and it had nothing to do with these and me using these, come see me. That's what Joyce is really saying. Don't be foiled or fooled by Joyce's, oh, I just want to keep playing, to keep fighting. No. No, it's because of how Derek Chisora came at Joyce of the criticism, because of the criticism. 100% guaranteed. Okay, so he wants to shut Derek Chisora up. He wants to bring war to Chisora. Now, will Chisora be up for it? Maybe, maybe not, but I think at the end of the day, I think Chisora has had his better days behind him, definitely, but I don't know if he has time to squeeze in another fight with Joyce, but would I like to see it? Of course, because, you know, one thing about Derek Chisora comes to fight, okay? Me looking at that fight now, Derek Chisora and Joyce, a war for 6 rounds. Like I said, 6 rounds, maybe even 7. But after the 7th, I see Chisora slowing down. And that's when Joe Joyce will take over. That's if Derek Chisora doesn't make a hard enough impact to either drop Joe Joyce, which who's ever seen that happen, or hurt Joe Joyce to the point where he has Joe Joyce's respect to keep from punching, which I haven't seen that happen either. Because chances are, if Triple G couldn't get him to do it, could Derek Chisora, have the power to do it, being older? You know what I'm saying? So I think Joe Joyce, his desire to want the Chisora fight is based on what I just explained. You guys tell me what you think about this particular fight happening between Joe Joyce and Derek Chisora. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.